Hey, Warrior Saints. Welcome to today's episode of The Daily Stupid. You ready for a good one? This one's really sad. As you probably have been inundated with the impeachment news as of late, we know President Trump was acquitted by the Senate yesterday. But the stupid thing happened today. Republican Congressman Matthew Gaetz filed a complaint with the House Committee on Ethics. He wants to now look into Congresswoman Pelosi and the improprieties that she did in this whole impeachment process. Now, I don't think the impeachment process was a good thing. I think it was dumb. It was a witch hunt, all that kind of stuff that they're all talking about. We all know that it is what it is. But the stupid part about it was this tit-for-tat response.
We live in a cynical world. A cynical world.
Oh, you did this silly thing, so we're going to come back at you and be vengeful with this silly thing, and we're going to try to besmirch your name and attack you. And this is really the essence of the political climate that we all live in. And you know what? I think we're all kind of sick and tired of the stupidity that is this whole thing, where if you do, I have to respond. And if I do, then you have to respond. And it becomes a game of vengeance.
And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger.
My question is, how's that really working out? I mean, are we thrilled with life right now? Are we all just overwhelmed with joy and confidence in all of our political and worldly leaders? Are we all living in a spirit of harmony? Or are we all living in a spirit of fear where we're afraid to say something to someone because they will attack us in response? Are we afraid to trust our leaders because we don't know what the hell they're going to do? I think you all know the answer, that this current worldly mechanism, this modus operandi of the world to respond in kind, is not making us better, but worse.
You make me want to be a better man.
And in truth, the only way to solve this is something that's completely counterintelligent, counterintuitive, completely countercultural, and it is to be crucifixional. How do we live a different life, something completely different than the way society and culture wants us to live it, so that we might really actually stop all this stupid garbage BS conversation we talk about, having a desire for a better life and to fix things, and actually do it? My point is, instead of talking, let's get down to business. Instead of just saying we want to make a change, let's make a change. And it starts with us, with this counterintuitive life that we call being crucifixional.
I'm not gonna do what you all think I'm gonna do, which is just flip out!
And here's the good news. We know it works. It's the only thing that does work. It's the only thing that probably shouldn't work, and yet it's the only one that does. And that is living a life that God has designed for us. Not one that the world is putting out there. I mean, like we said, how's that working out, right? Not so good. But God's mechanism, God's way, Christ's way, the way of the warrior saint, is one that is very different from the world, very different from how everyone else wants us to act and behave. And it is the only one that works. So if you just want to continue down the rabbit hole that is the world's way, good. But if not, if you want to make a change and do something different, it's time to get on the way of the warrior saint. So if you're tired of all this angst and chaos that's going on, we invite you to join us on the way of the warrior saint. We've been doing this stuff ourselves for quite some time, and we've won some and lost some, but throughout all of it, we've learned that Christ's way, the crucifixional way, is the only way that works. And if you want to put all this garbage behind you, we're coming out soon with an episode called Vengeance, which is going to teach us how to respond with God's vengeance, with crucifixional vengeance, and not the tit-for-tat that the world is throwing at us. I invite you. It's time to click that link below. It's time to quit fooling around. It's time to stop being like the world. It's time to be different, to be transformed, to become true men and women, to become warrior saints. Click that link below, and we'll see you on the way of the warrior saint.